Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. We are live and we are going to play some Turtles Draft. How's everyone doing tonight? If there is anyone here, I hope you're doing well. We're going to go ahead and get started here. Usual shenanigans. We're going to start up with some standard. We're going to try some best of three. We don't usually do best of threes, but let's give it a shot. See how this deck does. This is the Rakdos Monument deck. We've been playing, modified a little bit, added a sideboard. We'll see how it goes. Urinal Cakes, who will likely be going first. We're on the draw. Ooh, this hand sucks. This is not much better. We're going to go down to 5. Okay, this gives us something to do. We'll drop a land and Wolf Bat down to the bottom. You want to block with your elves? Didn't think so. Play Blazemeyer Verge, and then we'll play this Cool But Rude. I love this card so much. Let's go ahead and bin a Swamp. We get a Fear of Missing Out. Opponent goes down to 18. Alright, what you got? Badgermole Cub, Root Weaver. They draw. They pass. They don't do anything. Alright, well, we play a Starting Town. We're never punished. And let's go ahead and level up the Cool But Rude. Let's go ahead and swing in. Let's dump the Blazemeyer Verge. Ping him for 2. Blocks. No blocks. Opponent's down to 15. Yeah, I figured they had something shenanigansy to do. Ooh, double Krang Vaultborn Tyrant. Well, thank goodness they were not able to cast that for the full cost there. Wow. Overlord of the Baelmerk. Alright, 4 damage to any target. Well, opponent, you chose incorrectly. Shoot, here, we'll do this for the blight cost since it's going to go anyways. Alright. And then let's go ahead and do, excuse me, let's do FOMO. We don't have an enchantment, so we'll throw away the other Cool But Rude. Hit him for 2. We have Delirium now, and we'll play out this Moon Shadow. You got your choice of threats to remove, opponent. What you gonna do, Urinal Cakes? Another Overlord of the Boiler Bilges. Kill the FOMO. Let's go ahead and level this up here. Let's go ahead and gamble. Let's look for... Do we not have the Phoenix in this deck list? That's crazy. Well, let's try to get another FOMO. Alright, it worked. Hit you for 3. We will discard the Boiler Bloodghast. Down to 5. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got 6 mana. What can you do? Smuggler's Surprise, get out the Vaultborn Tyrant, and a second Baltborn Tyrant. So they'll gain 6, draw 2. Wait, that was a lot more than 6. Oh, because they see themselves enter. Yep, sure enough. Let's draw a card. This matchup ain't working. So let's go ahead and let's get rid of these wolf bats. And we will duress. Duress and Pyroclasm are probably the best answers we can have because we can kill the early dorks and we can try to get like those smuggler surprises out of their hands. It's probably our best bet there. All right, and then we will go ahead and be on the play. This is fine. Let's go ahead and keep it. We'll play a multiversal passage. No, we'll play the Blaze by Verge. If they get a turn 1 dork, we can kill it. And let's go ahead and get out our FOMO. Let's dump the other multiversal passage. Well, we're going to need to find the answer to that cub. Let's play the Skittering Kitten. And then we're going to go ahead and sack the kitten, discard this monument, try to find an answer. Fortunately, that is not it. Let's do a Moon Shadow, and we'll play Kulba Root on the next turn, probably. Alright, we'll play the starting town, cool but rude. Let's swing. Discard the other cool but rude. Then we get an additional combat. Dump the FOMO. Down to 8, but they have a lot of mana. They have, well, I guess they have 4 mana right now. No, it's a lot more than that. Alright, Boiler Bilges. Moon Shadow or FOMO? FOMO it is. Hey, Clark Kibo, thanks for joining in. How you doing? What they exile? They exiled the Multiversal Passage. Interesting choice. Okay, fair enough. Where is everybody at? That's what I want to know. It's a little bit early on into the stream. Let's go ahead and do 2 to each creature. And opponent scoops it up. We're okay with that. Alright. Magic the Gathering Arena. Alright. I don't think there's anything necessarily that we want to do here in terms of the sideboard. They're not really working with graveyard. Yeah, no, I think we're good sideboard-wise. That deck worked pretty well for us. All right. Opponent will go first. I think we'll keep this hand. All right. How are you doing tonight, Clark? You're at work, right? Good old Card Traders of Austin. Badger Mole. Overlord. This Overlord is kicking my ass today. On our way home. Oh, nice. Well, glad to have you here. Alright, let's play out the FOMO. Discard Bloodghast. Ooh, we draw Pyroclasm. We'll dump one of the FOMOs. Alright. Building Hollow One and Modern. It's about to be... Oh, Hollow One. Oh, are we in danger? No, they only have one mana currently. Alright, which means we're going to have to pop this Pyroclasm. And Tanook is not mana value to realize. So... let's activate the Cool But Rude. Let's swing out. We'll dump the Monument. Pyroclasm. I wish we could hit that Tanook. I know they have got some high mana stuff in here. We've seen Vaultborn Tyrant. We've seen Krang. They're going to exile probably the Bloodghast, right? Oh, the FOMO. Interesting. Okay. And then they'll exile the entire yard. Well, we already used all our FOMOs, so that's okay with us. Let's do the Cool But Rude. What can we find right now? I guess we need to get rid of this Tanook, so let's go ahead and try to get a Bitter Triumph, and of course we discarded it. Well, let's play the Bloodghast. It has haste now. Starting town, hit him for 2. We'll discard the Requiting Hex. Draw a Moonshadow. They're down to 6, so we do have a shot here. Opponent has 2 cards in hand. Torch the Tower. That is not great for us. What's your other card in hand, opponent? Nothing, because they're earthbending. It's got to be a land or something, right? Yeah, no, they got this. GG's, opponent. GG's. Hollow One and Modern. Modern is kind of interesting to me. I've never tried it. I haven't really looked at too many of the like deck lists or anything that like, because I feel like it's such an intimidating format. And then I was kind of interested in pre-modern, but that's expensive. Uh, it's like gone massively up in price. One sec, gotta let the cat out. Yeah, pre-modern is definitely something that I'm interested in. I want to have a I want to have a popper deck for sure because I think popper could be fun. And sometimes you just need a 60 card deck when you're hanging out. All right, game one of the night, not so great. We won one of the rounds, but at my LGS on Friday, the owner was handing out some arena codes, and not only did I grab one, of course, but I got given some others specifically to go ahead and open these on the stream. So we're going to go ahead and open these up, see what we find there. Looks like just 4 Duskmorn packs, so we're probably looking for Overlords and I guess like the Verge lands. Those are like the best things. All right, we got a Valgavoth. I haven't had a Valgavoth. Undead Sprinter. Haven't had one of those. I do have one in paper though. Cool. Well, sweet. I'm just glad I was able to get those from my LGS for just heading up some Friday Night Magic. All right, let's go ahead and let's start the draft. We're starting a little bit early into the stream, but that's because we usually end up going a little bit late. Ooh. We could do a March of the Machines. A little intimidating, but when it's healthy, it's such a fun and diverse format, and Modern is pretty healthy right now. Well, pretty cool. Glad to hear it. Well, Clark, you're the only person in stream currently, I think. Do we do Turtles or should we do March of the Machines? I'm kind of happy doing both. I've been having a lot of fun in TMNT, but I've not ever played anything from March of the Machines. But there's some cool stuff in there. I don't know how great of a limited format it is. And I think possibly one of the reasons why we're not getting a lot of viewers is because we're on Turtles, as sad as it is to say. I'm having fun with the set. I was a hater, not gonna lie. I was a hater from the get go, but I ended up getting into it. And I've also got some stuff I want to talk about. So while I think about this, let me. I'm gonna ask the Discord. And then, did you see the leaked Deadpool secret layer, Clark? MMO is different, but I don't really know it really as well at all as far as the format. Fair enough. I don't either, so we're kind of getting into something new. Ian, welcome, welcome. Excuse me. We just had this cold front come in, and it's messing with my lungs, so if you hear me coughing, that's why. Never too late. Always happy to have you join at any point. We're trying to decide, Ian. March of the Machines has a premiere draft on that opened up today. I've never played March of the Machines, or we can do Turtles. So I'm kind of stuck on it. It seems like we're not really getting a whole lot of traction right now. I'm thinking it could be March of the Machines time. All right. All right. I let the Discord know so that if anyone was hesitant, they can join instead. Just play Praetors. Well, this is March of the Machines Aftermath, so I don't even know. Because Aftermath's a small set, right? But there's a full draft archetype. We've got Black Red Sacrifice. Hey, Greg, welcome in. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. Yeah. You know what? Let's do it. We said we're going to do it. Let's do it. And we can always pull an audible and do a TMNT. Kiora from this set is real good. Yeah. There's a lot of bangers in March of Machines. While we wait for a draft table. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Well, Ian, Greg, how are you guys doing tonight? Hope you're not doing too bad. Waiting for a couple seats here in the draft lobby. Glad to hear you're doing pretty well and testing out some card adding. Okay. Got some changes to the constant site. All right, so March of the Machines, the Aftermath. It's got 230 cards. 230 cards. Okay, yeah, there's some really good stuff in here. Nahiri's good. Goldforged Thoptrix. One of the Wooburg Niv-Mizzets. Obnixilis Captive Kingpin is in this deck, or is in this set. So that's a great card. Rocco Street Chef. And so I'm guessing that they probably also have like some of like the main set cards in these. If there's got to be, because there's in like Aftermath itself, there's only like 50 cards for like that were in the booster packs is what I'm seeing here. So it's got to be like a mix. We're gonna cancel out here and then rejoin. It also could be, if we don't find anything here, I'm gonna try to, because that was an issue we had last week. Is we were going to, there was an update that we missed for Arena, or it came out like during the stream. It was crazy. Yeah, it's got to be the set and then some. Did it say anything here? Draft packs. It doesn't say anything in terms of the draft lobby here. Oh, all right, we're almost here. We just need one more person. As long as people are... Oh, Death Rattle Oni's in here. I like that card. Urborg Scavengers is in this set that I really like. I actually got one of those in the mail today. Where are you at? Well, let's... before we get too off track, let's go ahead and ready up here. All right. And then let me find this card in this pile of stuff. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, Invasion of Segovia. This is one of those battles. When it enters, create 2/1/1 black creature tokens with trample, and then the backside non-creature spells you cast have convoke. At the beginning of your end step, untap up to 4 target creatures. That's pretty sick. That costs 2 and a blue. Lathiel, the Bountiful Dawn, lifelink at the beginning of life. Okay, that's pretty cool. Ooh, that's actually a really cool card. Tandem Takedown. Negate is in this set. Let's look at some removal. Cool removal. All right, let's grab this Invasion. I think we'll start off there and then see where we go. 2 1/1s with trample. Huh. Yeah, so it looks like there's some main marching machines in this set. Okay. I wonder if this set would have done better if we had pick 2 at that time. Although pick 2 is still pretty controversial. Okay, I'm not seeing anything great in blue here, so let's try to find our second color, or at least some other bombs to start off with. We do have another rare here, Doomscar Warrior, 2 mana, or 4 mana, 4/3 with trample. When it deals combat damage to the player, look at that many cards from the top, you reveal a creature, put into your hand, rest on the bottom. Collective Nightmare I actually like. I like this card, actually. I use that card. It's got Convoke. Target creature gets -3/-3 until end of turn, so it can potentially be 0. And if we do like Dimir Convoke, this actually works really well. So like Dimir could be cool as an archetype. Convoke is just objectively a sick mechanic. Like, it's so good. Oh, here it is though. Urborg Scavengers, just some little guys. Let me make my camera a little bigger. Urborg Scavengers, cute little guys, eating some Praetors. Ooh, we got to Breach the Multiverse in this pack. That is sick as hell. And if we can convoke that out, that's pretty sweet. Just some cuties. Breach the Multiverse is one of those cards. It's so good when you see it go off. We've also got a Pharaoh's Dispersal. Return target creature to its owner's hand. Surveil 2. Dimir seems pretty cool here. There's also a little bit of maybe some Golgari going on. There's some green stuff, but not a whole lot. Black seems like a pretty sweet source of card type. All right. See, I'm actually recognizing a lot of these cards now that I'm sort of going through it. I've seen a lot of them. Valduk is cool. I have this in my. I'm trying to collect all of the like bonus sheets. So I've got a lot of the cheap ones right now. But this one is not is probably just not super great for the deck that we're building. We probably want to do like this Artistic Refusal. 6 mana, but it's got Convoke. Choose one or both. Counter target spell, draw 2, then discard a card. There's also Gloomfang Mauler, Swamp Cycler for 2, backup 2. That enters, put 2+1/+2 counters on target creature. Also gains abilities on the turn, and then Menace. Okay. Probably the Artistic Refusal. Right now, at least. While we figure out what we're sort of doing. Meeting of Mind. We got a mana fixer here, one of the gain lands. Invasion of Moog. Astral Wingspan. Enchant creature when this or enters, draw a card. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and has flying. That's pretty good for our the Krakens we would make here. Some flying 3/3 Kraken with trample. Or we have some card draw. I mean, card draw is always probably what you want to go with, right? Yeah. All right. Let's see. Tiller of Flesh. Okay. Mutagen Connoisseur. I'm so not used to mutagen being in other sets as TMNT. This creature gets +1/+0 for each transformed permanent you control. We don't have a lot of transforming permanents. Target is base power and toughness 4/3 until end of turn. Draw a card. Okay, that's pretty neat. Etched Familiar. When this opponent dies, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. That's not bad. Let's do it. Let's go with the Etched Familiar. Cool little common. Oh, I love this card here. Goldforged Thopteryx. Great in a legendary deck. Probably not super great in in limited. We also do have. Ooh, this is like probably the best kind of limited herb removal that you can get. 1 in a blue. It's the aura. You know, loses abilities, becomes just super lame. And then we also have Sculpted Perfection here. When this enchantment enters, incubate 2 Phyrexians you control, get +1/+1. Do we have a lot of Phyrexians? Etched Familiar is a Phyrexian, and this makes Phyrexians. But we're not going to go triple color yet. Let's see. Ooh. So Shauna can't be set as hexproof. +1/+1 for each creature you control. But this here, Unsealed Necropolis, is a card that I like. Each player mills 3 cards, then you return up to 2 creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. That's pretty neat. Let's go for that. And then, probably this Phyrexian Gargantua or the Protocol Knight. Undercity Upheaval seems pretty neat. Which one do you need for Disa? The Unsealed Necropolis? I wish I could get the delay from YouTube down. I do set it to like the lowest possible setting. Let's grab this cut short. Maybe we go into like Esper. Splash a little bit of white. Sideboard. Ooh, Tranquil Cove. Yeah, we'll grab that. Great Fixer. Put that in the sideboard. And sideboard here. All right, pack number 2. Oh, now if Hunter was here. Oh no, this isn't the invasion that. I know that Hunter likes one of the invasions. It's like the Tudor invasion. In terms of what we want to take here, we have some options. This is like the arena version of Aftermath, so I'm assuming that they bring in like cards from other sets and such, or maybe like their arena special cards or something like that. I don't know. Corruption of Tawashi. When a permanent you control let's grab this Fixer. Invasion of Ikoria. Yes, that's right. That's the one. Because we were just talking about that earlier today. Ooh, Invasion of Amonkhet. Oh, I love Drawn in Linvala, though. That's a cool card. Invasion of Amonkhet. When it enters, each player mills 3 cards, and each opponent discards a card, and you draw a card. So we're getting kind of like a mill. We're getting kind of like a mill theme here. Esper Mill. This one here, Skyclave Aerialist. Transform this creature for 4 and 2 life, because we're probably not playing green. When this creature transforms into Skyclave Invader, look at the top card of your library. If it's land, you may put it onto the battlefield. If you don't, put it into your hand. So it's a one-time effect. Not super great here. We'll do the Invasion of Amonkhet. And then here we've got Blot Out. Yeah, so like, what is this? What set is that from? March of the Machines after. Yeah, so a lot of these are just March of the Machines cards, and then like there's some aftermath cards like sprinkled in because Blot Out is an aftermath card. I just realized we were stuck on the big me. I actually really like Blot Out as a card too. Is it is Exiles, and from what we've seen, there's a lot of dies stuff here. So we're gonna go with the Blot Out. I think it's probably our best bet. And then here, yeah, see, so you can tell from like the set code. So this one here, or the set symbol. This one's got the aftermath symbol, and these ones are the March of Machines. Tap. Create a 2/2 white and blue night vigilant creature token with vigilance. And only if you cast 2 or more spells this turn. Volcanic Spite. We're not in red. Temporal Cleansing is actually a really good card. I like this Z-Rex because we're kind of low on mana curve, so that could be feasible. We've got some card draw to refill our hand. That could work. Jeru and Hazret. As long as you have one or fewer cards in hand, has Vigilance and Haste. When it attacks with the top 6, you may exile a legendary creature from among them. You may cast it without paying its mana cost. That's pretty neat. Not a lot of legendaries in our pool, though, so probably not. Ooh. Alright, what do we got here? So we've seen the corruption of Tawashi. Tolarian Contempt. When this enchantment enters, put a rejection counter on each creature your opponents control at the beginning of the game, so for each of them, choose up to one target. Ooh. That's really neat. 8/4. Let's do that. Corruption of Tawashi. Corruptive Weird. Invasion of Arcavios. Search your library outside the game. For an instant or sorcery you own. When you cast an instant or sorcery spell from your hand, you may copy that spell. If you do, ooh, okay. Captive Weird is a 1/3 with Defender, transform, and transforms into exile the top card of your library until the end of your next turn. You may play that card. That's a 1/3 Defender for 1. It's not. That's never bad. Yargle. Oh, I wish we were in Rakdos. I couldn't push it. Vanquish the Weak is a good removal spell. After we get this draft done, I had a couple of things I wanted to talk about. Let's do this Traumatic Revelation. Furia, Judge of Valor. We see this again. Watching you play has me adding a bunch of cards to my wishes, dude. I'm super happy to hear that. I find out about so many new cards this way. It's been awesome. When you cast second spell, go chapter because you like and rest in your graveyard. Let's do that. That sounds cool. Sounds cool as hell. Corrupted Conviction. Isn't this an Outlaws card, or was it reprinted into Outlaws? Because this is the Outlaws printing, so that must be why. Tolarian Contempt is pretty cool. Yeah. Should we have grabbed that? Rip. Alright, last pack. Ooh, we got a Fairy Mastermind. Another Invasion of Amonkhet. And a Tetsuko. I love Tetsuko. Oh, I love Fairy Mastermind. Fairy Mastermind is so good. I mean that's just such a good card. We have to take that, right? Aftermath has a set was see like there is a lot of like hate out there for these smaller sets. Aftermath, Assassin's Creed. Um, I think Spider-Man has hate, but I think that I genuinely think that is deserved. Um, and then TMNT I actually think is really fun. I don't know. Like I said, I was even on the side of like TMNT is gonna suck, but it's proven me wrong. Ooh, what's our permanent count of like? I wish we could see that permanent count. Devotion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, yeah. So we're not going to go with Timoret because our devotion isn't that great. Oracle of Tragedy. Draw a card, then discard a card. Shuffle it to 4 target creatures with minimum 4 create 3 creator from your library. Okay. Acre Drinker. Black SL. Okay, we'll see if that comes back around. I think the Oracle of Tragedy is probably where we want to go right now. We'll see what comes back around to us in a few passes. Guardian of Girupur. When this creature enters exile to 1 to other target creature artifact you control, return to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of next end step. It's kind of neat. I don't know if it's super great in the deck. So each player mills 3 cards when it enters. Oh. When it transforms, put target permanent card with mana value 2 or less from a graveyard into the battlefield under control. I love this, actually. That's actually sick. The transform cost is a little high, but that's pretty neat as an effect. Alright, and then Invasion of Mercadia. That's supposed to be pretty good, right? We discard a card, draw 2 cards. Daxos. I'm not seeing anything super great here, so we're probably just going to grab the land that fixes our colors a little bit. I see it. It calls for me. It calls out to me. And the choice archetype for Rakdos is sacrifice. Like the fact we didn't turn 1 get something. They know what I play. 3 in green Phyrexian. Transform this creature when it transforms into or dies. Create a 1/1 green black Phyrexian sapling creature token. Are there any transform cards that have tri identity? Because I think like tri identity as like a transform could be kind of neat, but maybe just the way that they do like color identities, it just wouldn't work. I know, Clark. We're playing Esper. I don't play blue often, but when I do, I mix it with other colors. Leave the battlefield and plain cycle of 2. Pretty neat. I know it's not Rakdos. You don't have to remind me. If I could have. Look at this. It keeps coming back. It keeps coming back. We're going to grab this Tidal Terror, though. It's pretty good. Mana curve is high. Wait. Okay, no, never mind. I was going to say. No, near. No, it's not Rakdos. It's another one. Come on. It's not fair. All right, we've got our deck. I wanted. Listen, if I could have drafted Rakdos, everyone knows that if I can, I will. But I couldn't. It's unfortunate. Get these mounds out of here. Stormclaw Ranger out of here. I know. Let's get both the Furies in here. I'm feeling spicy. Let's go with some Legend synergy. And I do think, like, if you're going into either 60 card or draft and you do get Legendary, 2 is probably the right number there. You don't want to go too much because you don't want to have too many out at the same time, but you want to be able to draw it. So getting the 2 makes it a bit easier to draw into. And if it ever has enters triggers, you can always do that. Bola Slinger is probably a little bit too expensive as our splash. Unseal the Necropolis I do like that card. Etched Familiar, probably not. Corrupted Conviction, it's not in our archetype here. We were seeing lots of creatures in this set, so I think we'd probably dump the Negate. What else do we jump here? Well, while we do this, there's a couple of things that I saw in the past couple of days, past week or so, that I wanted to go ahead and bring up. Number one is the Magic the Gathering movie. I don't know when it came out, but we now know who the director is, or at least I now know. And they had an interview recently, and they were talking about it. And so we've got a clip here that I want to see what we all think about it.
What are you really excited about doing right now? That's what I'm most curious.
The honest answer is the Magic the Gathering movie. Like it is the.
You're such a millennial. It's fucking
I
like
know,
an
I
elder
know,
millennial. I
I
do
know.
feel a real kinship with you in that way.
That game taught me to read, and when I was a kid, my dream was to be a professional Magic card player, and I mean that literally. I made day 2 in Detroit, 2006, Pro Tour Champions of Kawagama, and I drafted like garbage. I sat next to Richard Hohen, who just beat the shit out of me, and I made that decision right then. I need to take filmmaking seriously because I'm never going to be a pro Magic player, and I just quit. It broke my heart. And for years, I've said I would trade my entire career to be a professional Magic card player, and now I'm making the Magic card movie, and so it's almost like, yeah, someone was listening. It was like making a wish on a monkey paw. Where you're like, please, please, let me stop being a filmmaker and let me play Magic cards instead.
But what happens when it curls? I mean,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Who knows what's going to happen to me? But that to me, that's like my Star Wars, like getting to revisit a world that I know so well, that I love so much, that meant so much to me. It's surreal, to be honest, to be able to do a project like that. But I mean, it's still early days. Who knows?
What are you really excited about doing right now? That's what I'm.
And so it's not just a movie that they're doing. Like they said, like they're going to be doing like a show and everything, which is pretty ambitious. But I don't know. I kind of like the enthusiasm this guy is showing with it, and I actually do like him. If you're unfamiliar, he's done some cool stuff. He did the Blackberry movie from a couple years ago. Uh, he was a writer on it for sure. I don't know if he directed it. He also did Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie, which I've heard good things about. Um, so he's got like a bit of diverse stuff in his kind of repertoire. So I'm kind of excited. I don't know. Uh, I do. I'm always uh, weary of these kind of movies that are based on properties, but you do get like that sort of aspect of um, like if someone is a fan, then I feel like that kind of helps. Weary is a good word. I mean, like in general, like I think I don't know. Property movies are a very tricky thing to do. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. But hey, the director is a Magic player. Yeah, and like it could be that like, hey, we're taking a risk on doing the Magic movie. We don't know what people are going to want from this. You played Magic, okay, great. You kind of know what people are looking for. Whatever, make us money. So it could be a situation of like, hey, make something that'll make us money and that people like, and if it's good, then we'll start taking over. I don't know. To me, it's the difference between Avatar and Spider-Man. You can see how much of a difference genuine love and enthusiasm makes. I do like that, Hunter, because yes, I fully agree. I think, like, even when we talked about it during the preview season or like the debut stream, you could tell how much more enthusiastic the designers of that set were when they were talking about it, like how much investment that they had in the world. So I think, yeah, I think you're probably spot on there. I'm still cautious. I'm not going to say, oh, this is going to be the best thing ever, because we don't know anything about it other than, who's sort of attached to it in terms of like this director, situation here. Because like, do we even have? Yeah, it's not even in their IMDb yet, so it could just not even happen, right? Magic the Gathering movie. Or goes that are confirmed in January. Legendary Entertainment is making it. Is he writing or that's what I'm actually not sure of, because it's not even listed on his IMDb. Which I mean, IMDb doesn't get updated very frequently, until things are usually in the like late stages. Although anyone can really do it. Um, right now, it is publicly announced as being Matt Johnson. Matt Johnson directly says he's actively working on the Magic movie. Noah Gardner and Aidan Fitzgerald have closed the deal to write the live-action Magic the Gathering movie from June of last year. Noah Gardner, I don't know these guys off the top of my head. It's harder to know writers than it is actors and such. Or so Noah Gardner was a writer. Is this a new writer? Unless this just isn't the right Noah Gardner. And then who else? Aidan Fitzgerald. Okay, no, this seems like the right guys because they worked on the same TV series. Calls. I've never heard of Calls. Aubrey Plaza. Mark Duplass. I do love Mark Duplass. This has to be an anthology or something, right? Told through a series of interconnected phone conversations, blah, blah, blah. It's rated relatively highly. Did they say that it's going to be Gatewatch, or is that a rumor? I think that there was like an old script or something that leaked from like a while ago that was Gatewatch. I don't think there's anything in here about. So this is Netflix. So the Netflix series is going to be focused on Chandra. The movie could not be about her specifically, but it could be about planeswalkers. Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to learn more, and kind of excited that this guy is working on it. He seems pretty enthusiastic about it, which I like. He played Magic at least for a little bit, so yeah, I'm into it. I have to wait to see more, but yeah. And then the last thing that I want to talk about before we actually get into our games here, Deadpool Secret Lair. If you guys didn't see this, there was a secret layer that leaked from Talia Vess, which means that it was probably purposeful. This is most likely going to be like a April Fool's Day release, similar to how Deadpool was released last year. But these are basically like 5 or 6 basic cards that have Deadpool sort of special treatment and this sort of like Lisa Frank looking like confetti foiling on there. Like it gives like Sharpie Cube and just heavy altar as like the theme. I do kind of like the Soul Ring, even though it's a card that I don't play that often. Swiftfoot Boots turned into Lightning Greaves. And then Costly Plunder turned into Deadly Dispute. Lightning Bolt from Lightning Strike, I'm assuming. I hope that any Phyrexians movies would be rated R as hell. That's another thing, is like what are we going to see and what is the rating sort of going to be? And we got Thrill of Possibility and Volcanic Island, guys. They reprinted Volcanic Island. I don't know. I don't like the Secret Lair personally, and I'm someone who loved the Deadpool Secret Lair and loves Deadpool like as a card, not as a commander, but as a card. I don't know. I'm definitely sending this one out. This is like $3 of value for probably what's going to be 30 or $40. The foiling is kind of cool, I guess, but I don't know. I just, yeah. Legendary holds promise for allowing more mature content. Very true. Yeah. Ian, stop trying to shove your Elish Norn fanfiction down our throats. Oh, man. That got me. All right. Let's see how we do on the ladder. You guys don't like Mom? Mom is dead, guys. She can't hurt you. This hand kind of sucks. Alright, this I can work with. Let's... dump Furia. Furia to the bottom. 50 Shades of Play. Y'all are crazy. Play the Dismal Backwater. Tapped and pass. But yeah. Anyways, all of that to say, I am kind of excited. I will say that. All right, let's play the Marshal of Zalfir. We don't have a lot of Knight's energy. We do have some Knight things. Two lifelink. Alabaster House Sanctifier. Let's play the Invasion of Amonkhet. All right. Invasion of Dominaria. They gain 4 life and draw a card. Wow. That's so good. Tranquil Cove. Let's tap down their... Oh, wait, we have to tap to tap? Oh, this card sucks. Oh my god. I thought it was just you pay white and blue. Alright, so they're a life gain deck. Let's have them discard Daxos. Whenever one or more... Oh yeah, we saw this one. Yep. Let's do the Invasion of Segovia. We need to find a way to get through this board, though. Why did we... I should have cut this card, because... Or tapped creature. Oh, okay. I didn't see the or tapped creature when I was rereading it. You know what? No, whatever. Yeah, you can get 2 damage in on it. It doesn't have better ability. Yeah, they can do that. It's fine. Because guess what? Oh! Let's draw 2. Do you ever like find yourself saying like thinking things that like, oh, I wish this happened, and then it actually did? Like I was just thinking, I wish that activated abilities could have convoke, and that's just water bending. They did that. All right, unseal the Necropolis. Manifesting. You're so right. You're so right, King. Are those abilities anything that we'll see reflavored or come back, do you think? I mean, maybe not come back because I don't see us going back to the world of Avatar, unless maybe if in like a couple years we get a Korra, like a mini set of Korra or like a secret layer or something, right? But we probably don't go back, even with that in mind. Hunter, I've got my new deck ready for lunch game tomorrow. I think you'll like it. It's hard bracket 2. Hard 2. So I don't want to see the dino. All right. I have got. Oh, it's reversed. Whoopsies. Here, let me bring up my sizes here a little bit. Madam Knoll, Power Broker. I mean, we could go back, Greg. I don't see it because like we saw a lot of pretty much everything that needed to be seen. We're gonna counter this. I'm sure it was fun for you. I'm sure it was fun. You. If you do bring in Tali and we have Cheech there, we could do a bracket 4 game. I always carry Rakdos with me. Everyone knows this. Everybody knows. Interesting. They could have killed their siege there. Why is it undertapped? Oh, I didn't even see this. Each player can cast more than one non-Phyrexian spell each turn. Non-Phyrexian creatures enter tapped. That sucks. Just crew one. Not going to play them again until you get upgrades in the mail. Coward. So you got Blade of Selves, right? You said you got Blade of Selves. Which I hate. I hate that you got that. Because for a Tali, that's so gross. It's so good, but it's so gross. You're going to force me to play Elish Norn. Go full stacks. What does this one get? Creatures you control get +1/+1. Okay, so we probably want to keep that from transforming. You got a 4/4 Flying and Vigilance. no. No, no, no. Oh, yeah. Definitely bracket 4. I mean, I feel like it was bracket 4 already, personally. All right, we're just going to cast this. They didn't cast it. They was that a misclick? Great Henge is good. I need a Great Henge. I need it for my. I'm building a Hurska Sweet Tooth Winnie the Pooh themed deck. I love Winnie the Pooh. Any creature in the graveyard. In a graveyard. Enter choose a card type. Suppose you cast at the chosen type, cost 1 less to cast. Let's have it enter as the Embarrassing Gargantua. Draw 2, we lose 2, but that's okay. Alright, use it to crew in response. That's what we want you to do. And then we're going to kill this. When this creature enters, if an opponent casts a blue and or black spell, what is this set? Look at the top 4 cards of your library and put it on the bottom. Oh yeah, we saw this one. Yeah. Wait, why did we not get a chance to attack? Oh, we did attack. Never mind. Yeah, whatever. Incubate 5. Let's see what we draw. They have no cards in hand. They can crew, but this is a pretty cool card here, if I do say so myself. We have a crazy board right now. I want to see it. I really want to cast the Breach of the Multiverse. We didn't mill it or anything, right? Wait, what just happened? Our title terror. I know, Greg. It's like we're playing Power Cube or something. So that seemed cool. Let's do this. Oh, we did mill the Breach of the Multiverse. So let's unmill that. Let's unmill the title terror, and then cut short. And Collective Nightmare. They don't have any interaction, do they? No cards in hand. Hey, look at this. Look at this. We're going to cast it next turn. Oh, but if we don't win on that turn, we're screwed. Because we have 6 cards in our library. Opponent's got 15. Send our flyers, and then we'll send Catus, which we can tap. Oh no, that was the other thing. Oh no, we shouldn't have sent Catus. Whoopsies. That's a whoopsies on our part. Alright. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we have to get something really good. Breach the multiverse. Alright, we need to find something that's gonna help us win. Whatever. I don't think we win from this. There's no way. They probably use this to crew. We will opt to not draw a card. And then we'll just swing everything because we either win or we lose. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, no, we lose. We won't stick around to waste their time. Oh, it would have been so good. It would have been so good if it actually worked. Turns out, Breach and 60 card, not as great as Breach and 100 card. Who knew? It's not even 60 card, we're at 40 card. Yeah, Breach of Multiverse is probably just... If it's not played early on, it's pretty rough. We had 6 cards in our library when we cast it. That was a long-ass game. Excuse me. Okay, there's that Breach. So now we just have to get the mana for it. We can eventually get Convoke if we get the right enchantment. Or a right battle, sorry. Might as well pay the gain land. Wow. Surge of Salvation. Prevent all damage that black and or red sources would deal to creatures you control this turn. That's a hate crime. You just hate crimed me. Invasion of Moag. +1/+1 counter. Okay. We can work around that, I think. Yep, there's our Invasion of Scovia. That's what we were looking for. Dexos, Blessed by the Sun. I figured they'd be gaining a lot of life by now, but they're not playing a lot of creatures. What does this transform into? But you said put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Okay, fair enough. No, not the battle. Man, that sucks. No, we'll block. Streetwise Negotiator. pretty good. Now here comes the gaining of life. All right, and then I guess we can't really. Well, yeah, we can block, and then we're gonna convoke out meeting of minds. Swamp. Let's have you mill 3, opponent. What do you say to that? And then I think we could kill Daxos on our turn. Send the completed Conjurer. Come on. Attack. Thank you. Jeez.